Hi, welcome to the Try This at Home podcast, where we drink and review teas, or we eat a tea recipe every week and review them for you. I'm one of your hosts, Mark.
And I'm Katie. It sounds like the tea kettle is whistling, so let's go ahead and get started. Hi guys, today we are reviewing Tart-tea to the Partea by Tea Kitten. The description says, "We're not kitten when we say this is the perfect copycat to fruit punch. Brew it hot and cuddle up with a mug, or brew it cold for a refreshing fruity delight. You gatto try this. This tea is caffeine free." In this tea, we've got hibiscus, apple, papaya, currants, elderberries, black currants, flavoring, raspberries, strawberries, sunflower, and cornflower.
Wow.
So there's a lot of stuff going on in here. Sounds like it should be pretty interesting. It is caffeine free. You can buy it on the Sips By website. I looked for a Tea Kitten website and was not able to find one. They have a Facebook page, but the last post was in 2018, and the link to their website from there did not work. But from Sips By, you can get it 4 ounces for $14 or 8 ounces for $26, which brings it out to $3.25 to $3.50 an ounce. So it's not the cheapest tea ever, but we're gonna see if it's worth it.
Now, with regards to brewing, it takes 1.5 teaspoons per 8 ounces of water at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, so at boiling. And then it steeps for 10 minutes, which I normally steep mine for a lot longer or a lot less long, depending on what it is. But then again, I'm not normally following the instructions. So, yeah. Then opening the bag was fun. It's a really nice smelling tea. Here, you...
Oh,
yeah.
That smells really good.
Yeah, I didn't want to comment on that because it smelled really, really good. And I've opened it before. I brewed the tea. So I was able to smell it, and yeah, it's a really good smelling tea. And so I guess we're moving on to the rest now.
Let's look at the tea.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice, like, pinkish red color.
From here, it's more of a peach, I'd say, but it might just be my background.
Depends on the background a little bit. But yeah. It's a really fun color. It's not your normal brown tea color. It smells as good as it did in the bag.
Do we want to stir it? Because it definitely has a color gradient.
Yeah, it currently has a color gradient. We'd better stir that bad boy.
So
where's my saucer?
It is over here.
Thank you. Does it look more red to you now?
Yeah, it's definitely redder.
Okay.
So
it smells really fruity. What would you call that?
Yeah, definitely fruity. I'd say the strongest smell is the strawberry.
Yeah. I almost feel like you can smell the sour though. I mean, I'm assuming it's sour. There was tart in the name.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I guess we're gonna find out here.
All right.
Do you want to try it first, or shall I?
You go ahead.
Okay. Oh my. That is really good. The dominant flavor definitely is sour, though. In my opinion.
Yes, it is definitely sour. I'd say after that you can tell that the strawberry was definitely second.
The strawberry is not listed second, but I don't know if these ingredients are listed in order of proportions.
True. But also, it could be a mixture of the apple. Maybe the apple's just doing a thing.
Yeah, I feel like the sour hits you first, and then once you get past that, it tastes fruity.
Yeah.
It's not a super strong fruity.
Right.
It's a strong sour.
Yeah. So
let us try to put some sugar in this and see what it does.
All right. This is... a good amount.
Sure. Not entirely sure how much sugar people normally put in their tea, because I don't normally put sugar in my tea. But
and when I do, it's not sweet teas, so...
Let's mix this up. I'm guessing this will tone down the sour and bring out the fruit flavors a little more, but I could be totally wrong about that.
Well, we'll see.
That was a little weird. I'm not sure if I like it with the sugar as much.
Oh.
I feel like the sour still hits you just as much, but then it's a little bit sweeter afterwards.
Yeah, I would say it's maybe less balanced, or it's become unbalanced.
It's making it lean towards like the red liquid medicine I had as a kid. Like not in the like it doesn't have the bitterness or the stickiness obviously. Like
Right.
it still tastes good.
Right.
But it's making it lean more that way with the sugar, I think.
Like maybe the sugar was added on top of something, kind of thing.
Yeah, I would definitely drink this one without the sugar personally.
I think I agree.
Okay. Now we've had another cup of this rebrewing. We brewed it correctly the first time, but this second time we've been rebrewing it for about almost 25 minutes now. It's still pretty light in color. It looks more brown, so I'm not having a whole lot of hope in this one rebrewing super well. But here, you go ahead and try this one first.
All right.
His face does not look pleased.
Hot water.
It tastes like somebody warmed up a LaCroix and uncarbonated it.
Ugh.
All right, don't recommend rebrewing this
No.
unless you prefer the LaCroix of tea.
Yeah.
So, Mark, what are your pros and cons of this tea?
Well, it's definitely not the kind of tea I normally drink. It's nice for a change. I feel like it needs a more precise brewing than most of the teas I do drink. So I'm definitely not the most picky about that.
Define precise.
My teas are ready to go in 5 minutes, but can generally last if I forget about them for an hour.
I feel like you probably wouldn't have an issue with this one, though, if you left the tea in longer than the 10 minutes.
But not a half hour longer.
Yeah.
I think it's a delicately balanced tea.
You also definitely wouldn't want to forget about your water for a minute or two before you poured it, because I feel like it would not brew strong enough if you were
Probably not,
significantly below boiling.
No. So, probably... So, essentially, this is a very by-the-book type tea. You've got to do what the package says.
Yeah.
But it smells really nice.
It does smell really nice.
And it tastes really good, too.
Yeah. I'm going to go with my pros. I mean, similar to Mark, it's definitely a more unique tea. Good for a change-up. I think it tastes really good without sugar. It's caffeine-free, so that's always a plus, unless you want the caffeine. Sometimes you want the caffeine, but sometimes you don't. So it's good for the times when you don't. As far as cons go, it's not super cheap. I mean, you've got to wait 10 minutes for it to brew, so if you don't want to wait that long for your tea, you're out of luck. But overall, I would definitely drink it again.
Oh, yeah.
On a reasonably regular basis, maybe a few times a month. What about you?
Yeah, probably. But...
All right.
All right.
Any last thoughts?
No.
All right. Brew on, my dudes.